Hello, this is Nicole with Angelic Therapy and Healing, bringing you a general reading for the week of Monday, December 26th through the beginning of the year, Sunday, January 1st, 2017. Hopefully everyone is ready to kick off the year on a good note. Merry Christmas. Today is Christmas for all of those that are celebrating. We're going to try to use this last bit of daylight. I finished my 3-hour road trip and I was excited that I got home just in time with a little bit of daylight. Just let me get rid of this bracelet. But I got home with just a little bit of daylight, so that hopefully we can get this reading done for you guys quickly and you can see the cards. So to everyone out there, very Merry Christmas. I hope you are all enjoying your families, and safe travels to everyone that is out there traveling. To everyone, thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for all your comments. I do appreciate it. And I love the feedback. And these are the 2 weeks that you guys should be hearing from me over the next 2 weeks. I'm going to be able to finally get caught up. So thank you for all your patience and your support. So let's go ahead and get started. I have prayed over the cards. I have shuffled them. I think I have this zoomed in enough that you can see them. And we're just going to do a quick 3 cards. I am pulling today from the Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. Oh, wow. And I'm going to pull an angel answer card at the very end. So if there's anything that's not answered, we'll go ahead and cover that then. I also have prayed over and shuffled and prepared my Lenormands as well as my Sibilas. So if we need any clarifiers, which appears that we're going to need, because this is pretty general, just starting off with some chakras, but those are ready and prepared so that we can pull those as needed to get some additional information for everyone. So just starting out the gate, so we have 3 cards. Okay. That's funny. Those were right in a row. But those were shuffled very well. and when I shuffle cards, I wait until one, typically it will either fall out of the deck or it will pop out 3 or so inches. So it's very clear that it's a sign. So it's interesting that these 2 are right in a row. But the first one that we have is number 36. It's the second chakra. That is our sacral chakra. The color is orange, Archangel Ariel. Then we have 37 as the next card. That's the third chakra. That is our solar plexus. The color for that chakra is yellow, and it's Archangel Chamuel. And then the last card that we have is Deceit, card number 25. So the very first card that we have here, which is the chakra, which is our orange. Let's see if you guys can see that with no glare. This, that chakra, it's all about intimacy. It's about creativity, creating the life that we desire. It's tied to the things in life that we find pleasure in, sexuality. It's a card, and what they're talking with this is I get that there's some of you out there that have been having some blocks with intimacy, with creating those things that you desire, particularly with regards to things that bring you pleasure, joy. I get for a number of you relationships, sexuality, but I get the intimacy is not just sexuality. It's like it's a true intimacy. It's bearing yourself to the person that you are in a relationship with, bearing yourself completely to your lover, to your partner, taking that to the next level of intimacy. Because I get there's been some blocks with getting close to someone else, because this is also it's the chakra that controls our ability to connect with someone, truly be close with them. And not just on a level of having sex with them, because you can have sex with anyone, but to truly bare our soul, open up, share our true desires, our self-expression, those things that we don't explore, those feelings, emotional intimacy, really sharing our hopes, our dreams, our desires with that person, really opening up and connecting with them honestly, freely, transparently. But I get that for a number of you, it's been blocked. For some, it could be that it has been blocked because of experiences that have happened with exes, ex-spouses, ex-lovers, ex-partners who have hurt you in the past that have you now blocked. But you have the potential for that. You have a potential new partner that's there, but they're trying to help you get this block cleared so that you can move forward, so that you can make 2017 the best year ever. Because they do have this opportunity for greater, deeper emotional intimacy heading your way. They're trying to prepare you for that. For those of you in the situation, they have been working on clearing your path. Okay, so our chakras. So for those of you that this may sound all woo-woo out there, our chakras are energy centers. We have 7 of them along in our body. Some of us have 13. But the main core 7, and they're in the order of, you know, the rainbow, Roy G. Biv. As you work up from the base, your red chakra, your root chakra that talks about money, finances, stability, you know, you have to meet those needs in order to move higher up in the echelon. So, you know, to get to the top, to be connected to the divine and have that spirituality, you know, if your core needs for your finances and such are not being met, you can't get to the higher level and have those chakras be fully opened up. And then the thing is, if we get blocks in chakras, it will cause us, I mean, it's not just, it is energy in our bodies, and the energy will show and it will manifest in other areas. So for those of you that have this chakra blocked, you know, maybe you do have this new love. Maybe you're fearful of moving forward with them because you've been burned in the past and you don't want to be hurt again. You're probably having stomach pains. You could be having, you know, if you're a woman, you could be having female cramping. You could be having signs of irritable bowel syndrome. For some, you could be having constipation. You could be having diarrhea. You could be having these things because there's a blockage. They're trying to prepare you for these blessings that are coming your way. This love that's, I get for most of you, it's a love that's coming your way. Because this is tied to sexuality, true connection, intimacy. They're trying to prepare you for that person, but you're blocked. And for some of you, it's showing up physically blocked. So they're trying to help you clear that. So some ways that you can do that. When we have blockages in our chakras, you know, we can wear that color. So, you know, this chakra's orange. So you could go out and you could, you know, start wearing an orange shirt, become a Bengals fan. And the other way for some is to just, they're saying dive forward fearlessly. It's almost like there's a block in the chakras because of things that have happened in the past. So for some of you, you have this potential lover. You're fearful of communicating your true hopes and desires with them. For some of you, you're fearful of even communicating with that person that you care for them, that you love them, that you want to be with them, because you're fearful they won't accept you. But the only way to overcome that fear is to express yourself, to jump in fearlessly. Now the next card that we have, it's, you know, moving up the chain, moving up into our 3rd chakra, which is yellow. This is our solar plexus. This is the chakra that's, you know, it's responsible for our emotions related to desire. It's, you know, tied to our will, our personal power, our assertiveness. So I get some of you are having some blockages tied to emotional blockages. So you've had some things that have happened that have emotionally, you know, completely rocked you to the core, emotionally cut you to the core, emotionally hurt you. And that's caused an energetic block. So for some of you, it's almost, okay. So for a number of you, it has, similar to the other, where it's blocked you from opening up emotionally to those things that you desire in life, opening up emotionally to someone else. For some of you, it's blocked you from stepping into your power, actually going for what you desire, actually taking those action steps, because some of you have gone into isolation. Now they're saying for a number of you, you have, same thing. So a number of you have this new love interest, this new person that you're interested in. You know, you really want to move forward with them, but you don't know how. And it's because you've been hurt from the past. So you have this chakra, this energy center, this taking those steps, moving forward, stepping into your power, being assertive, going for what you want, that enthusiasm, that ability to be focused, be direct, act in a very action-oriented, purposeful fashion to make things come to fruition. You've been lacking that for a while because of things from the past. But again, they're trying to help you move forward. They're trying to get your enthusiasm. They're trying to get your excitement. They're trying to get you to take those action steps. They're trying to... In the traditional tarot card, well, traditional tarot deck, there is a, see what happens when you get up at 5:30 in the morning to be with your nieces and nephews and watch those beautiful little people open their Christmas gifts. You can't even find your words. So bear with me as I find my words. We will get them. We will get through this together. But in the traditional tarot deck, there is a card. It's the sun. The sun represents everything that you desire, all of your hopes and dreams, like getting the grand enchilada. Like life could not get better than this. They're trying to lead you to the sun. For a number of you, they've presented you with someone who is your son, who is going to, it's connected to everything else in life. And some of you, they're saying that you know that, you want to move forward with that person, but because of things that have happened in the past, you're just stuck. Answer the call. I keep saying answer the call. Okay, we're going to come back to that. Because they're saying a number of you, you have been getting a lot of guidance, a lot of help, a lot of assistance, a lot of healing, a lot of signs, a lot of synchronicities. They've been trying to get you to move forward because by moving forward and taking those action steps, you are going to create that life that you desire, not just love, but in all areas. But it's having the courage to take those steps. Now the last card we have, this is not a very pretty card. This is not what I was expecting to see next to my angel for Christmas. We have Deceit, and it's 25. And this is, you know, it talks about deceit, you know, hidden intentions, manipulation. You know, this is typically a warning that either deception is currently going on, or, you know, that we're going to discover some deception because someone that we're close to. It could be a lover. It could be a business partner. Typically, it's someone that you have a personal connection with or a professional connection with. Like you are close, you're connected with them. They could hurt you, which is why we often fear allowing someone. That's why we often fear letting that wall down, having true intimacy, taking those steps forward, because then we hand them the keys to hurt us. But you have someone who you have opened up to. And typically this is talking that, you know, you've opened up to that person. Maybe it's a business matter. Maybe you had some business investments with that person or a joint business venture. Maybe they have been making decisions that are not in your best interest. Or maybe they're making decisions that are going to hurt you financially, but they have hidden those from you. Because if you look in this card, he's actually holding a bag of money. So for some of you, this is pertaining to money. You're involved with someone financially, and they're deceiving you for your funds. And for some of you, I'm getting that there's like a legal battle tied to some deception that happened. So maybe, you know, you went in and you invested in some properties, or you started a new business venture with someone thinking they had your best interests at heart, and they did not. And now you're discovering that, and you're in the midst of some legal battle, trying to recuperate your finances, trying to recuperate some of the loss. Now, for some of you, this deception could be from a lover. You know, you have all the red in the card. It could be there's something that they're not sharing with you. There could be lying, cheating. For some of you, it could be a lover that's stealing from you financially. I'm getting for a number, okay, so they're saying for some of you, you know that information. You have that information. You know that you've been deceived. They're saying for some of you, that's why these chakras are blocked. So for some of you, you're working through, so because of this deception that occurred with someone, that's why you're having a hard time moving forward with someone else. Now for some of you, a small number, I'm getting that you're going to be discovering this next week some deception. And they're saying for those of you that are going to be discovering it, you already know that. You've already had a lot of the signs, a lot of the gut feelings. So it won't come as a complete surprise, and they will help you with that. Now for some of you, it's an internal deception. Because, sometimes we can deceive ourselves. We can lie to ourselves with things that regard to, our happiness, what we truly desire, our self-esteem. Because maybe we have this love interest. Maybe we have this lover that we've been with. And, we just don't have a good feeling. Maybe it's tied to finances. They keep wanting us to purchase things for them, purchase things with them, give them funds. And we have a feeling that like something's off, like we're being used, like something's wrong here. But we just keep ignoring that because we're like, oh no, this, on paper, this person's perfect. They may have a heart as cold as stone that we've seen a number of times, but, on paper, they're real good. So to keep up that illusion, to keep up that image, I'm going to continue to walk full speed ahead toward the cliff. Because, I love this person. And sometimes it's because we've just invested so much in them. I mean, sometimes, life does get in the way. Maybe we've invested thousands of dollars. Maybe we have a child with this person. So we continue to walk forward, even though we keep being blasted by all these red flags. So what we do is we start to deceive ourselves. We try to tell ourselves that, oh no, it's not that bad. No, they love me. No, it's okay. No, they really are watching out for my best interests. All while deceiving ourselves. So for those of you that have discovered the deceit, they are there to help you. Pray, ask that God and angels help you recover. For those of you that have to recover finances, ask that they help you recover finances. For those that you have to heal some areas of your heart, remove some blockages in your chakras to move forward, ask that they help you do that. They will. But you have to ask. And for those of you that haven't received information yet of any deception, and I do get that that's a very small number of you, so don't be worried. For those of you out there, don't be worried. And again, like they were saying earlier, those of you that this is the situation, it is a small number of you, and you already know that that's been occurring. So ask for their help. They will get you through this. It will get better. It will get better. Just ask for their help. Now, since they didn't give us a whole lot to go off of with just some chakras, let's move these up. Move my bracelet over here so you guys can check that out. It's lovely. Let's move these up and get you some clarifiers real quick. Because just talking about chakras is not really helping us know about your situations you guys are facing. Okay, so we'll start with the second chakra. Let me check and see. I don't do reversals on cards. Let me see. That's the only card that I have that's reversed. Okay. Then we're going to read it as a reversal. Now, one other card in my deck is in reverse. So the first card that came out has come out reversed. So we are going to go with that because they're trying to give us a message with that. So second chakra. And that's the first card that we have is the house. Let me flip it upright so that you can actually see it. It's Casa, which is the house. And this is a card, your home, your finances, your stability, that foundation, but it's upside down. The next card that we have is the Il Delirante. And this is a card, it's, it's the delirious card, but it's really talking about, because often people look at it and they think it's talking about like delirious celebration. It looks like three guys that are on their way home after a long night at the bar. But it's actually talking about stupid actions and foolish behavior. And then the last card that we have is Amore. And that is, of course, love. Passion. Passion that ignites, passion that flourishes. Could be passion that comes back, a return of passion. Like a second chance. Now, for some of you, we are in Mercury retrograde. What tends to happen when we're in Mercury retrograde is we'll have a lot of electronics issues. So a lot of you out there are probably having cell phone issues. Your laptops, your emails aren't sending. You're not receiving the emails. Don't get too frustrated with it. That's just stuff that happens with Mercury retrograde. Just make sure you're following up, like, if you do have something important, dealing with finances, hotel reservations, something important, just make sure you continue to follow up, because a lot of emails and things will get lost, and you don't want those extra headaches. But the other thing that we get with Mercury retrograde is we will have these lovers from our past, these exes, that just bounce back. They do. They just bounce back out of nowhere. I actually received a message from one of mine the other day, and it was so funny because he'll come in out of the blue and he'll be like, so when are we going to get together? We're not going to be able to get married and have kids if you don't ever meet with me. But it's funny because, as I started to open up spiritually, and I'm not at all an astrologist at all, but as I started to learn more about the planetary shifts and how they affect us, I did notice a trend that he'll always pop back up, and it's always when we're Mercury retrograde. So, although they did say second chance for love, for some of you that is the case. Some of you do have a second chance for love. Some of you, it's Mercury retrograde bounce back. They're saying this card's actually talking about those of you that have a second chance. But for those of you that it's just a bounce back, I wouldn't jump on board with that right away. Now, the messages that they're wanting you to know. So, okay. So some of you have had, everything has gone upside down with your home. Your marriage, your relationship, your home life, your stability, it's all been turned upside down. And so for some of you, you're acting foolishly. You're drinking. For some of you, you may be turning to substances. You could be drugs, could be alcohol. For some, it could be porn. It's but you're turning to something to take your mind off of it, to not have to face the emotions that that blockage that they were talking about. The interesting thing is this is a card of true love. Okay. It is second chances. Okay. So for some of you, you've had someone in the past. But because of things that you did. Okay, so some of you, this is a second chance opportunity. So you had this love, this person come in, this person that's a love of a lifetime. You really could have this dream come true storybook romance, love of a lifetime with that person. But because of, okay, so they're saying for some of you, so maybe some of you, you were previously divorced, and there are financial obligations or financial hardships or a lot of heartbreak. Maybe just your heart was broken. So what you did, this new person came in and you started acting a fool instead of, communicating with that person, having deeper intimacy with them, bearing yourself, being honest with them to open up to this love of a lifetime. Instead, you started being the Casanova. Maybe you started to play the field. And they have men in this card. It could be for women, but maybe, maybe you had a woman, your ex-wife, ex-girlfriend, she really hurt you emotionally, could be financially, but really left you a wreck. And so then you have this love of a lifetime that comes in and you're a wreck, so you don't want to deal with it. So, the chakra, you're not opening up, you're not communicating, you're not allowing yourself to feel that true intimacy, that true connection. And for some of you, it's a very strong sexual connection, but you just won't allow it. But then what you're not realizing is that is the love of a lifetime. That is, they're saying for some of you, it's your meant to be. Okay. Now, for the third chakra, let me make sure you guys can see those. Okay. Give us some space. We like space. Okay. So the third chakra, that's your chakra you're talking about, creating those things, taking the action, taking the steps, your willpower, determination, aggressiveness. The first card that we had come up is the Domestico. Let me see if you guys can see that there. Okay. Okay, now I don't think we have a glare. So the Domestico, this is the servant. He's the helper, employee, collaborator. He's doing for others, serving for others, giving everything to them. The next card that we have is the Speranza. And in this card, you have this woman. This is the card that, it speaks of, hope, longing, dreams, and it truly is a card of hope. Like, you can see she's looking hopefully, but apprehensively, because there's some apprehension on her face. She has this anchor, wants to anchor herself, but hesitant to do that. But she's looking to the future in hope. And the last card that we have is the Messaggere. And this is talking about messages that are going to be coming in from afar. Yeah, okay. So it's the messenger, and it could be good news, could be bad news, but it is talking about messages that come in from a distance. So maybe you have a love interest that doesn't live near you. Maybe they live on a different corner of the state. Maybe they live on a different corner of the country. Maybe they live in a different country. Okay. So I get that this is... Okay, so for some of you, this is love related. So for some of you, that third chakra, not taking those steps, not moving forward to create the life that you desire, it's because for some of you, you're stuck in the past. So for some of you, we'll go with the images that are, okay. So we have a male. So it could be a man out there, he's been totally focused on giving everything to others. For some, it could be giving everything to an ex. Maybe he's been having to give a lot of alimony. Maybe he's been having to give a lot of child support, financial care, health care. But it's as a servant, providing service to others. And what I'm getting is because of that it's almost like that person's chained. You see the rope up on his... You need a sense that so there's this couple, potential couple. He's chained to the past. You see he's got these ropes here. So he is chained to the past because of... For some, it's being chained to an ex-lover who he's continuing to help, assist, finance. He's still connected to financially. For some, it's he can't move forward with her because of financial obligations that he's connected and tied to from the past. And for some, it could be that they're financial obligations because of a business venture he started. So maybe he started a business venture, he's stuck in that, but he's not sharing that with her. So meanwhile, she's hopeful. She's wanting to anchor something. She wants to create something. And I get a sense that there's a number of you out there that are wanting to create something. So you're wanting to create something with her. She's wanting to create something with you. But it's not moving forward because you're stuck in the past. And for some of you, it's because you're changed. But some news is about to come in. Okay. Okay. So let's get some. Okay. We're going to start with the deceit. Okay. Nah, I get my deck upside down. Like, they can't be doing that again. I always try to keep my cards upright. Okay. So the deceit card. The first card that we have that has come up is hearts. And, you know, this talks about feelings, emotions, passion, devotion, things that we're loyal to, faithful to, matters of the heart, love. And then we have the card, the lady. Shown the rose, representing love. She's waiting for, oftentimes she's wandering. She's got a book, but her thoughts are wandering. And then the last card that we have is the house. And this is, you know, that's funny, we have the house here and the house there. Your security, your foundation, your stability, your family, your home. So for a number of you, the deception is about love with a woman, having a home with her, a foundation built with her. So for some of you, it could be that you're going to find out that your partner, your love interest, is involved with someone else. So he has someone else. Now I say he because it's a woman. So I get that for many of you, you're dating this man, you're interested in this man. But he has not let you know that he's in a relationship with someone else. And it's not just a relationship, it's there's commitment, there's ties, there's home, there's foundation, there's stability. There's things tied to that he's not shared, that he has not communicated. It's weird. For some of you, that's interesting. So for some of you, they're saying, so the deception actually could be a good thing. So they're saying for some of you, the deception is, here's this guy. He's in love with her. He's in love with you. He has been chained to the past because of financial obligations or contracts that have kept him stuck, kept him from moving forward. So he hasn't shared with you that he loves you, that he cares for you, that he'd like to have a foundation with you. And for some, they're saying because keeping that from you, some of you, are looking elsewhere. Because you don't believe that that connection's really there. Interesting. Let's find out a little bit more real quick before we wrap up on this messagery. And we're going to tie this up. Okay. So the first card we have, the La Greza, and if you can see this, it has this butterfly on it. This card is its lightness. It talks about sensitivity, tact, irritability, and then the next card we have is the Giovine Fanciulla, and this is the card talks about a young girl, our attraction towards a younger woman. And then the last card that we have is the Prigione, And this is the prisoner. Imprisonment, inability to act, constraint. Which is interesting. They were saying chained to the past. So for some, okay, for most. So for most of you that this is a message, you have again a couple. What's interesting, he always, if you look in these cards, other than that one, she's looking to the past. So for some, it is a second chance with someone. You've had this relationship in the past. You've thought, so for some of you, you've had this woman. You met her. You had some stupid behavior, stupid things that you've done, stupid actions. Because of that, you think that there's no chance. It's never going to happen. Because it is a second chance, she's looking to the past. But she's wanting to move forward. So you look here, you've got these two cards. She's moving forward. She's looking to the future. She's wanting to move forward. For some of you, she is younger than you. You're older. Could be you're 5 years, could be you're 10 years older. But she's younger than you. They're saying for some of you, the woman that hurt you, same age or older, same age or older. But this new love interest for some of you, this is someone that you have known, you do have a past with them. They are younger. They want to move forward. They're looking to the future. But you're stuck in the past, chained to the past. If you look here, he's looking to the past. Now, if you look, it's interesting because when you look at these cards of the woman, if we can get that, her head is upright. She's looking forward. When you look at the cards of him, he's like forlorn. He's looking toward the ground. He's looking toward the past. Okay. Some of you, this is a second chance between a man and a woman. And it is a true love connection. And it will turn out beautifully. But what's occurred is because he wants to move forward, he wants to create those things, he wants that connection, he wants that intimacy, wants to create that life with her. But because of being chained to his past, he has not communicated those things. And he thinks all hope is lost. He has done behaviors, run, hidden from the emotions, not shared, not opened up, not communicated, not taken action steps. And for some, the way that the two went separate ways was not done tactfully. For some, there could have been hurtful conversations. For some, it could have just been up and gone with no information. And for some, the information that's going to be coming in about the deceit is about him being tied to another woman. That okay. So they're saying for some of you, okay, so for some of you, could be this guy, met this woman, interested in her, wasn't letting her know that, okay, I still have this home with my ex-wife, or I'm still trying to build this business with my ex-wife, or I'm still trying to get back with my ex-wife. I'm trying to get back to where I was with her. And he wasn't communicating that. For some, it's almost like there's still this contract connection ties to an ex. Could be alimony, could be, because of that home stability, that could be childcare, that could be alimony, that could be, oh my gosh, we bought these houses, we're stuck in them together. I'm trying to free myself. And that could very well be the message that's going to come in that, hey, I love you. I want to create something with you. I want to be with you. but I'm trying to break these chains right now. I have this one, I don't. So for a lot of you, the deceit isn't that they're still with that person. They're finished with that person. But the deceit is they're afraid that if they tell you that I'm still chained to this person, I'm trying to break myself free of her or him. I love you. I want to be with you. But that is what's kept me away. And for some, they're saying for some of you, you are keeping yourself chained. Because if you look here, he's in the room by himself. He could get the key and free himself. It's tied to last week's fear. They're talking about to, unchain yourself from fear. But they'll help with that. They'll help with those conversations. This is that message that's going to be coming in for some of you. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. Wow. Okay, overarching energy is Limineo. And this is the card. It's a 1. It talks about new beginnings. But it's a card, it's nuptials. Union, alliance, solid bond. And you see that he's putting a wedding ring on her finger. So for some of you, this is a deep, sacred, divine connection. It could be a very strong soulmate. It could be a twin flame. And female lover. Okay. And this one. Okay. And with that, I think that's a wrap. But we will still pull an angel answer card because I told you guys I was going to pull one of those for you. So, overarching energy of the whole thing, we have the temple path. This is a divine connection. This is a divine relationship. So for both ends, this card here about apprehension. So for those of you that this is a second chance, okay, so maybe he is going to come back and say, okay, I'm chained to this. I'm trying to free myself of this. Don't be afraid to say yes. Don't be afraid to move forward. They're saying for some of you, don't be fearful that it's just the reoccurring past, because if you look here, there's the ocean. So for some of you, it's been an emotional, turbulent roller coaster ride. And you may think, okay, when he comes in with that message, that, okay, here we go again. The same crap we've been through before, but that is not the case. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. There have been circumstances out of his control, they're saying. This is a divine love. It is blessed. It is a meant-to-be path. It is a destined path of love. And if he can trust, open himself up to true intimacy, take the action steps. If she can trust, they're saying most important. So this is most importantly for masculine. He will find that love that he desires. So, that's it. Let's pull one. And you guys get to keep hearing my dinner beep. Let's pull one angel answer card. Oh, not from the bottom. Top. See what happens, no sleep. Okay. This situation will improve. It is going to get better. So, hopefully, those of you that are in this situation, hopefully you can do this work this week. And you can start 2017 off on an amazing foot. Because if you look here, she's swimming up toward the light. She's leaving this darkness. She's going toward the light. It is going to improve. So hang in there. Ask for help. I do hope this helps you. And I do hope this wasn't so specific that everybody else, when we started covering the generalizations in the very beginning, I hope you got something out of that. That's going to help you with this last week of the year. And maybe it was so general because the rest of us, most of us, are just going to enjoy this last week of the year, enjoying our holiday, enjoying our free time. But for those of you that have a little bit of work to do, encourage you to do that this week. Ask for help and start the new year off instead of heading to the light, in the light. So I wish you all an amazing week filled with love, joy, and blessings. And I do wish you all an amazing, very happy, blessed new year. 2017, lots of good things that are going to be coming in store for us in 2017. And I may, over the next 2 weeks, do some astrological readings for you guys to kind of cover 2017. So we'll see how that all pans out. But it is going to be a great year. So I do wish you all the best, and I'll talk with you again soon.